Whenever the summer transfer window opens, clubs will be scrambling all over buying and selling players, looking to pick up a bargain while moving some players on to balance the books. But for some teams, they're ahead of the game. Multiple clubs across the world have already got transfers lined up ahead of the 2020 summer transfer window, so let's take a look at 11 transfers that have already been confirmed for this summer. Number 1. Emre Can to Borussia Dortmund. Since leaving Liverpool, Emre Can's career has been curious. Things didn't really work out at Juventus for Can, who joined a team that already had a plethora of top centre midfielders. After a season and a half, Can was sent packing and joined Borussia Dortmund on loan. And after less than 3 weeks back in Germany, it was confirmed that Can was just like his favourite band Take That, back for good, ready to relight his fire back in the Bundesliga. Brilliant pop culture reference there if you're watching this video with your mum. Dortmund will pay €25 million for Can, and he'll officially become a permanent player on July 1st. Number 2. Jordan Veretout to Roma. Jordan Veretout has come a long way since that fateful spell at Aston Villa. He was part of a famous Villa side for all the wrong reasons, being relegated to the Championship back in 2016. Well, since then he's rebuilt his career over in Italy, starring in purple for Fiorentina. His form has earned him a loan move to Roma last summer, and that deal is set to become permanent this summer for around £40 million. Yes, Veretout could be a permanent player for a Champions League club next season, while Aston Villa might be playing their football in the second tier. If you'd said that 4 years ago that Veretout would possibly be a Champions League player, you're either psychic or a very deluded Aston Villa fan. Number 3. Pedri to Barcelona. The Canary Islands is a fabulous part of the world and a favourite holiday destination for the Brits, but did you know it might have produced the new Iniesta as well? Little teenager Pedri has been shining for Las Palmas despite his tender age, and last September he got the deal of a lifetime. At 16 years old, it was confirmed that he was going to become a Barcelona player. The deal set to become official this summer, with Pedri's contract due to start on July 1st. Will he really be the new Iniesta? That remains to be seen, but his manager Pepe Mel, who you may remember from a weird spell as West Brom boss, described Pedri as scandalously good, and if he's good enough for Pepe Mel, he's good enough for Barcelona. Number 4. Mauro Icardi to PSG. While football may have ended early in France, that hasn't stopped PSG continuing to splash the cash. And with Edinson Cavani likely on his way out of Paris, of course they need another marquee striker to take his place. Icardi joined on loan last summer when his Inter Milan career went up in flames, and he's been on fire in a PSG shirt, netting 20 goals in 31 games. And that form has been enough to earn him a permanent move, with PSG converting him to sign Icardi for £54 million this summer. He's a combustible player at a combustible club, so this could be fun for however long it lasts. Number 5. Anthony to Ajax. These Brazilian names are fantastic, aren't they? Anthony, or Tony for short, has been lighting things up in Brazil and is the next young Samba star to take his talents to Europe. Ajax are the lucky recipients, agreeing a deal with Sao Paulo to sign the 20-year-old this summer for £30 million. It's a brilliant piece of business by Ajax, who need to continue rebuilding a side that's been torn apart, and I for one can't wait to debate which Premier League club he'll join in 3 years' time after dominating the Eredivisie. Number 6. Hakim Ziyech to Chelsea. One of the reasons Ajax need Anthony is because Hakim Ziyech is set to leave the Amsterdam Arena. It was a surprise to see him stay with Ajax last summer, and Chelsea pulled off a real coup when they confirmed they would be signing the Moroccan this summer. They've gone from not being allowed to sign anyone to confirming Ziyech's arrival and also being on the brink of signing Timo Werner. Chelsea mean business, and for £37 million Ziyech is going to prove to be an absolute bargain, and he could quite easily be the Hazard replacement they've been craving. Number 7. Nicolo Barella to Inter Milan. Another loan deal that is set to become permanent this summer, Inter Milan have took a break from signing washed up Premier League players and giving them a new lease of life, instead turning their attention to one of Italy's brightest prospects. Inter Milan are on their way to becoming a top club once again, and signing Barella permanently is only going to help them kick on. Number 8. Jan Couto to Manchester City. Man City are another Premier League club who've been doing business while the window was closed, and they've done what Ajax have done and snapped up a young Brazilian prodigy. Jan Couto is just a teenager, and is set to start a 5-year contract with Pep Guardiola's side on July 1st. Will he be playing for City during Project Restart? Definitely not, but he's one for the future, and joins a flourishing Man City academy full of players who are just dying for a chance in the first team. But wanting a chance and getting one are two completely different things. Number 9. Daniel Sinani to Norwich City. Who's your favourite player from Luxembourg? Because mine's Daniel Sinani. He's always been my favourite Luxembourgish player, ever since Norwich City confirmed they were going to sign him a couple of months ago from Doodalong. The deal came as a surprise as it came not long after the Premier League was postponed, but whether Norwich stay up or they go down, the Canaries will be welcoming Daniel Sinani to Carrow Road with open arms. Okay, maybe not open arms, maybe just an elbow bump and a wave. Number 10, Francisco Trincao to Barcelona. Barca have been busy boys, and as well as Pedri they'll also be welcoming Francisco Trincao to the new camp. And while Pedri is being talked about a lot, Trincao is already the real deal. Barca will pay Braga €31 million to sign the 20-year-old, and with a €500 million release clause, they clearly have high hopes for the attacker. Trincao is already a star in his native Portugal, but could and should become a superstar in the red and blue of Barcelona. And finally, number 11, Alvaro Morata to Atletico Madrid. It's hard to believe, but Alvaro Morata is technically still a Chelsea player. He joined the Blues in 2017 and failed to set the world alight, even if I did feel he was harshly treated. But surprisingly, Chelsea didn't even reply to my emails and sent him to Atletico Madrid in January 2019. Morata agreed an 18-month loan deal with an option to buy, and the time for Atletico to cough up the money comes on July 1st. They paid just shy of £50 million to sign the striker, as Morata attempts to banish the memory of his Stamford Bridge disaster. So that's 11 transfers that have already been confirmed for this summer. Let us know which deal will be the best in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and until next time, we'll see you around.